Uh, Good morning, students. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We'll start with your class. Okay. See, before starting your class, I thought of mentioning few things about your minor one exam. Have you written any minor before this? Yesterday, have you written minor exam
Yes, sir.
using what? Google Forms.
Yes, sir. Google Form.
Okay, so all of you are able to submit and have an expose to Google Forms, right? So today also you will be having your PPSC minor one using Google Forms. Okay. So if you guys are facing any kind of an issue, right, I am here waiting for you. Okay, you can call me, or if you're facing some kind of issues when you're submitting also, or when you're logging in, right? Please don't use mobiles. I'm requesting all of you not to use mobiles when you start writing your exam. Okay, what happens in your mobiles? Already your Gmails will be with your personal mail ID. When you click on the link using mobiles, what happens? It automatically starts with or takes up your personal mail ID. Ready? And your official mail ID, I don't think will be safe to say, you will configure it into your mobile. Usually throws you a lot of errors. Right? It is always good, safe to use your official mail ID with your PC or the laptop. I'm expecting you people to even listen to the class also using PC or laptop. Okay, don't use mobile. Use mobiles, whatever I'm showing the code also, you will not be in a position to see it. Okay? So what is this? This is a kind of uh, studies that we have to go through. Okay. Please purchase. You're not, you don't have anything, PC or the laptop, please purchase. Not asking you people to purchase higher end. Those people who have a lot of bugs, right? So go ahead with the higher end PCs and all. Those people, or you can go ahead with good PC also with EMIs, monthly 2,000 rupees. There's a Bajaj Ali, and there's so many people uh, in the market. They give EMIs. That's how it is. I mean, you see, wherever there is an ST, you need to find solutions for it. But I feel always. I'm expecting you people to compulsory use laptops or and afternoon also 2:30 to 3:30. Please come up with a question. Yesterday, some student posed me a question. Today morning. Uh, so that's kind of the things, the practices that you have to do it. So you that are cases, right? This is the question your friend posed. So we'll see this. Okay, how to do it. Do it that way. So if you do that way, you practice a lot. You practice a lot, it becomes easy for you. Okay. See, whatever the student post here is not from textbook as of me is concerned. It's from somewhere in the web. Okay. So she's practicing. It's a very good action. Okay. If you practice, if you want to practice good number of programs, go to Let Us See by Yashwant Kanitkar, I think. Don't study textbook. Okay. Only go to exercises and do solve those problems. If you study Let Us See, you will screw up yourself into C. That's not good textbook. So exercises I'm accepting. Exercise is too good in Let Us See. Okay. So solve a lot of textbooks. I solved almost 6, 7 textbooks till this point. I'm not sure. So do practice. You practice a lot, you get a lot of questions. That's how it is. Right. So before starting your class, okay, I will go to this problem, whatever your friend has posed. We'll write this first. Now. Okay. A is equal to 1, B is equal to C is equal to 3. A is equal to 1, B is equal to, these are the inputs, right? Equal to 3. Now what? You have to solve this expression. A plus is equal to A plus is equal to, right? A plus is equal something was there, 3, comma, 5, comma, A. Right? This is what the expression that you have to solve, right? So in this expression, which is having highest priority, I'm not talking about the operators. You have operated this. Okay. and left brace, right brace. Okay. So outer context, these are the operators. I know this is having highest priority as compared to. So your priorities of your operators will be overseeded, overcasted by your braces. So I have to do what? Evaluate this first. Okay. So this is a sub expression in which what are the kind of the operators that you are involved with? You are involved with less is equal to, and less equal to, this is a one kind of another sub expression. This is another sub expression. This is another sub expression, which are separated by commas. When you have this way, commas are left to right evolution. Okay. So what you have to do? You have to start from left. A is equal to, what is this? A plus is equal to means A is equal to A plus 3. What is the previous A value? Which is 1. 1 plus 3, which is 4. So this here, the resultant of your expression A will be having 4 now. Now this is 5. 5 is a 5 only. You don't have to evaluate it. Next is what? A. So whenever you left to right, when you move it, last expression that you evaluated is A. A is what? 4. So the result of this fellow is 4. Okay. Now what? A plus is equal to 4, you got it. Now A is A plus 4. What is the A previously? 4. Okay. A is what previously? 4. 4 plus 4, which is 8. Okay. That's how you have to remember. So you have to take expression by expression. You need to understand which are the sub expression that you have to evaluate first. If all are same, let's say you have estate. Previously, we were seeing something like A is equal to B star C divided by D mod F E, okay, minus F, like this. If it is there, this is a expression. I know these are the combinations of your so many operators. So you need to understand what are the operators that you are involved with. Assignment operator, multiplication, division, modulus, minus. Out of this, which one you have to find it? You need to understand which are the highest priority. I know this group is having highest priority. So where is this falling? I mean, see, there are so many such kind of things are there. Okay. Multiplication, division, model. So where to start with? Because all these are equal priority. Whenever they are equal priority, you have to start from left to right. Okay. So left one means you have to compute this first. Once you have done, you get some kind of a resultant value. That resultant value is something, let us say x1. Now your resultant expression becomes x1 divided by d modulus minus. Now you are left with again what? These kind of the operators. So you have to do this first. Okay. Your result will be x2 mod e minus a. Again you are left with what? A is equal to x2 mod e minus f. You are left with how many operators? These two, this one, right? So out of these, okay, which is having highest priority? This fellow. Okay, so modulus. So you have to compute this. When you compute this, you get your x3 value. X3 minus f, okay, a is equal. Now this is an expression you are left with assignment and minus. Out of these two operators, right, which is the highest priority? Minus. So you compute this, you get your x4. You have to store this into that. This is how you have to slowly do it. When you do a lot of practice, okay, then only you will be in a position to solve. Okay. So that's how it is. I hope you guys understood how to solve the problem. So if your option is none of these things, that shows that you have done some mistake. So again, pre-evaluate. Okay. Eight. Eight is on. So how you got your right is that's what I explained. Okay. Right. Any of you have any queries in this? Please let me. Otherwise, we'll go ahead with your. Yes, ma.
Quiz
Hello?
is a 12th problem.
This is 12th problem. Yeah. We'll go ahead with those things. Before that, we'll solve. Okay, there is a few things to be covered in Unit 1. Okay, so after completion of that, we'll go to quizzes. You are talking about quizzes 12th problem. See, your AW4 is ready. So I have not yet completed your syllabus to go through. So we have to talk about AW3, right? Which problem it is? Which problem? Huh? 12th one?
12th, sir.
Please mute yourself. Yeah, 12th problem, A mod 10. A mod 10 is A. 10 mod 10 is 0. 0 plus operator are the things that have to be applied on variables, not on constant. Okay, so it throws error. Okay, the compilation. So it's a problem. Okay, see when you do A mod 10, 10 mod 10, so you get what value? Value plus never happens. You have to do variable plus or plus variable, minus a variable. So 1 plus you cannot do it, or plus because it is not stored anywhere. Okay. So any other doubts in this?
16, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
16.
16. 16 is very simple, ma. What is the expression that you have to write first? Okay, look at the expression. Printf %d 7, what it is, and row x 0. I already explained all this stuff, right? So what is your 7? How to write your 7? 7 is 1, 1, 1, 0. The rest of things are what? 0, 0, 0, 0. All are zeros. Okay, let us assume that this is an integer. Integer is 32 bits. Right? Okay. Whenever it is a 32 bit, you have to write 32, but assume it is a 16. Okay. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Right? Assume 7 is this. So when you do negation, what happens? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Right? This is what your negation of 7. This is 7. Negation of 7 of this, right? Now you are with what this. So what is this? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. What is f? F is 1, 1, 1, 1. Right? What you have to do? You have to apply ampersand. So this is 0, 0, 0 f. What you have to do? You have to apply and. When you do and with this 0, 0, 0, 1, all zeros you get. So what is this fellow? Right? What it is? 8. That's it. Is 8. 8 is there or not? 8 is there, right? This is answer. Okay. These are very fundamentals in nature. Okay. You have to practice. So how to practice? As I told you, your friend has shown this, right? So this is how you have to practice. Okay. Even I have given this, right? So what you have to do? You have to go to exercises. See, there are so many exercises are there. You have to solve all this. Okay, see, this is there. What is in and 077? This is similar to that. Right? No. So many things are there. See, this is also negation of this, left shift by in, and what is, see, if you practice this way, I've given only few examples. Okay? If you practice this way, then only you will learn. See, you listen to your class like a moving, watching a movie of kind of Bahubali, you never learn. Remember all. Not scolding anyone, just informing. Okay? Class వినేసి intermediate కాదమ్మా ఇది. This is not an intermediate. Don't expect whatever I teach you will come into your exam. Whatever I teach you is only fundamental applications that you get into your exam. Okay? So you have to apply your fundamental knowledge to solve the problem. Okay, it's not a 10th class or 10 plus 1 or a 10 plus. మీరు చదివినవి రావు ఇక్కడ. ఓకేనా? So that's why what you have to do, you have to practice a lot. See, if I ask you people to talk about somebody, if I give 5 minutes time, you will go through it and start talking in Telugu, right? How you are doing it? Because you practice the Telugu also. If I ask you to speak in English also, you will be in a position to speak properly. Right? Why? You are in your daily life, what you are doing, you're practicing your Telugu, English, and all this. So whichever practice, that will be with you. If you don't practice, that keeps you away from. That's what you have to remember. Okay. And see, you have to do what? You have to tweak a people basically. Even few people always pinging me, even though I am telling something, that's a good way of doing it. Your faculty is not free basically. Okay? So what they do some work, and if you ping in between, they scold you. Take those calls, but clear your doubts. I was in industry when I was moved to industry Motorola. I used to always go to my team lead. The his name is Rajesh. Rajesh, not able to find this. Can you see, man? I'm too busy. You're looking at me, right? Why you are always pinging me? So that I've done 10 times. So he got irritated. So one day, what he has done? He asked me, he called me on Saturday evening. Reddy, you have to come tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, 8 o'clock. We'll have a discussion on all your doubts. You write down all your doubts in your notes. Okay, come to me. So guys, he is taken from morning 8 to evening 6 o'clock to explain all my doubts. Getting all of you. So you have to irritate people basically to get their attention. Same way, same case with everyone. Nobody is free. I'm not saying you are free. You are also busy with your things. I am also busy with my things. Getting me? I hope you guys understand. See, these many things we are doing it. Okay, if you go to the library, I have a PPSC with me. I'm pre-planned everything. I'm in now ready to roll out AW4. If you talk about OOPJ, right? So AW12, 11, 10, 9, okay, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, okay, 1, and see Java assignment Viva 1. Next, reconduction also, OPJ lab internal, okay, lab external. So I have conducted OPJ, and where is this? Is my son's I prepared. Next is advanced Java. Advanced Java, AJP, external lab Viva. Tomorrow they have the Viva. 60 questions I prepared. Advanced Java, internal lab, 50 questions I prepared. So they don't have theory for this. They have only lab. That's why could not able to conduct a lot of Viva for them. Okay? But at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 labs. Okay, at least 5 quizzes I conduct. Finally, 50 questions. With 50 questions, I conducted internal lab, and 60 questions tomorrow. I'm going to conduct this. Right. So you guys try to create one quiz with the 10 questions. You will come to know how much time it takes to create it. Not copy paste from somewhere. You have to do it on your own. I think. So I was doing this for everybody. Data structures also have done it. then DBMS. So many of them. So not only this, we'll do our own research. So this way, we are not free basically. And apart from this, we'll get like okay, CSE office. I am because these are related to you people. See, we have to give. This is a student. He is absent on this class. He is a counselor. He has to give a comments. Okay, CSE two. You are AA, right? AA student. Roll number 50 is absent. Okay, yesterday. 10:30 to 11:30, 2:30 to 4:30. Counselor is this. So went to school to or school to collect his certificate. Right? So these kind of issues will get daily these things. And what you have to do as a faculty, you have to call those people, even though irrespective of whether we have chat here, okay, we created a group. We used to post like this. Nobody is reacting. What is this nonsense? I clearly informed them saying that whenever I post, you post your reason. There is no point in saying that your counselor will call you. Okay. See, I'm posting every time their attendance. Every week. Hmm? There is no see the fellow here, this fellow, because I'm not sure. Vanut Gopi. This fellow is switched off phone. So I written that only. Switched off his phone. That's it. Right? What I have to do? Yes, ma. ఏం చేయాలి మా ఇంటి దగ్గర పక్కనే కాదు కదా పోయి ఒకటి దందనాన్ని చెప్పిన తర్వాత వినకపోతే తంతానే నా పరిస్థితి అట్లనే ఉంటుంది ఇగో చూపెడతా నేను ఏది ఉంటే అదే పెడతాను మొబైల్ స్విచ్ ఆఫ్ దట్స్ ఇట్ సో యూ హావ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ వాట్ ఎవ్రీబడి హ్యాస్ దర్ ఓన్ థింగ్ రిమెంబర్ you guys has to know what we are doing also apart from this. I tell all those things, people may think that I'm getting exaggerated. Don't want to show you all this. I prepared all the questions for your AJP, tomorrow's exam, all this. Okay. Getting. So these are the research work I have to study still yet to start it. There are different. One of my students sent this paper to study, not yet started. This is a research paper he has written. These are the references he put. So these many issues will be there with the faculty. So we'll jump to your class. So what we covered previously, previous class, we are talking about your type conversions. So we have completed implicit type conversions and explicit type conversions. How we have done explicit type conversions? Anybody? How to do it? Type conversion explicit.
By keeping data type.
Yes, very good. By keeping a data type in front of the expression. So data type. This braces is important. So your expression one will be there. Left hand side you will be having some kind of a variable. So what is this data type? This data type is data type of this one. This resultant, whatever the resultant it may be, okay, you are trying to convert this data type into this data type because what are the resultant of the expression one data type is not compatible with the data type of your left hand side of your assignment. That's why you do force type. Otherwise, if the resultant of this data type is compatible with this fellow, right, you don't have to do compute or you don't have to do typecast forceful. Okay? So it will do automatically. That is called implicit typecast. So we have shown you which are compatible with which kind of the type conversion with a flow of diagram. Char can be converted into int, a short can be converted to int can be converted to long can be converted into float can like this, right? So you have to remember that. Okay? That will be useful whenever you have trying to evaluate any kind of an expression. Okay. Next. Apart from this, what do we have done? Typecasting. Formatted, unformatted. Very good. Okay. So we have to go to that first of all. Unformatted. Unformatted. IO. Why these are called unformatted? You need to understand why this is called unformatted. Then only you will be able to easily remember things. So unformatted input. What are those? Input means you have to read from. So this is a getC. Okay. So getC will take what? It requires some resource. Okay. It requires some kind of a stream to read from, okay, which is stdin. Okay. So it reads things from this, what do you call it? Stream. Okay. This is called what? It is stream. And from where this stream is connected to buffer. Okay. So whatever you are typing, okay, will be good. This is nothing but, okay, what is the buffer that you have? Okay. stdin is alias or the name of your buffer. Okay. Now your keyboard is connected to this. So whatever you're typing will go here. From there, so it will be having so many characters. Whatever the number of characters that you type will go to memory. From memory, this fellow reads, and return type of this is int. So what is the int is talking about? It is a ASCII value of the character that you are reading. That's what the story be. So have you see what is the functionality of your getC? Functionality I'm talking about. I'm not asking what is getC. You ask a getC, you have to tell me saying that, sir, it is a unformatted input function. But what I ask you, what it will do, it will read from the stream that you mention as a part of its argument. Okay? It reads from. So how it will be connected? Your stdin connected to your buffer. It's alias to your buffer where is your keyboard is connected. So whatever you type, it will get read by your getC and returns its ASCII value. Okay, so that's how it works. But going forward, okay, if I want to read numerous characters in a repeated way, okay, and print onto screen, but as it is a repeated, there should be some constraint to stop your repeated entry of your character. So there is a notation. Okay, it's called Control+Z. Control+Z in Windows, okay, is end of file, okay, whose value is as equivalent as -1. Okay. Why -1? Why not the other? We'll discuss when you study files concept in your unit 4. Okay. Please remember this. Okay. How to stop your stream entering your, you have to have some kind of an indication saying that this is the end of stream. I don't want to enter further. Whenever you try to read your characters continuously one upon one in a while loop, let us say. Iteration statements that you have studied, right? Iterative statements that you have studied as a part of your algorithms, right? Yeah. So there will be some kind of a loops while, right? So while is do what? It will look into the expression. If the expression is true always, it reads, it executes the statements whatever there below it. Okay, ma. So if I keep this getC as a part of your while loop, there should be some way for me to exit out of my input. Okay. So how to do it is exit end of file. How to know the end of file is EOF. E is called end of file. Okay. So it is indicating end of your stream. How to enter that end of stream through your keyboard is you have to press control, hold it, press Z. Don't press control, leave it and press Z. No, hold your control, okay, and at the same time press Z. Okay, that's how your end of file. This is what end of file in Windows. So whose value is as equivalent as in Linux. In Linux, it is control plus D. Okay. Control D is your end of file, which is okay. This is how your unformatted input function. Okay. There is a getchar also. Getchar is not a function. Many people tell that getchar is a function. It is a macro. Okay. I made you realize how this has become a macro. Okay. So I'll clear this first. So, clumsy. So there will be some kind of a hash defined getchar. Okay. Like int getC. Like this kind of statement will be there in maybe one of the uh, header files. Inside this header file, you will be having so many other header files. In those header files, they may declare like this. So instead of using this, okay, you can use this. Getting so this is what it's macro, which is as equivalent as this. Similarly, you have int put C. Okay, you are putting character or int type into std out. Okay. So what is the number of arguments that putc takes? It takes the integer to be written where you want to write. It is the std out, which is connected to okay, std out is a alias to
console.
buffer. It is a buffer. Okay, it's called output buffer. Okay, output buffer. This is connected to. So console is connected to some kind of a memory. What is a buffer? Buffer is nothing but memory location. Okay. So previously we were talking about a getC stdin, right? Stdin also is alias to your memory location input buffer. This is what it is an output buffer. What is the name of this output buffer is std out. This std out connected to your console. So whatever you write into this, okay, will be displayed onto your. I shown you this also, right? So this is as equivalent as your putchar. Okay, this fellow you can write. I mean, as equivalent as this, you can do as. Okay. So this is how about your putchar. So in your getchar or a getC or a putchar or a putC, have you seen any kind of %f, %d, %c, %i, okay, %u, %o, %x like this?
No, sir.
No, right? That's
No,
why
sir.
they are called unformatted. There is no form. There is no format specifiers that you use inside these functions. That's why they are called unformatted. I hope you guys understood why they call unformatted. But when it comes to see what these people will do, these guys will handle one character at a time. HC will read one character, whatever the character it may be. Even one also it treats as a character. Okay, A character, B character, whatever it. But it treats the data, the stream of inputs. Okay, the stream of output it gives to something. That's why they won't use this. That's why they are. So let us say %d if I use it, I can do what? I can read 10, I can read 120. See, 120 involves in 3 digits. But those 3 digits, when it comes to unformatted IO, is 3 characters. So here it will do what? It handles one at these functions. But using formatted IO, okay, using formatted IO, okay. What are those formatted IO that you have studied as a part of it? You studied scanf, you studied printf. You're not studied in and out, but at least you guys know what is a scanf, what is a okay. So using scanf, using this %d, you can read a range of okay, integer values. You can read integer, you can read character, you can read float, okay, you can read octal, you can read hexadecimal. That's how your as these functions using the format specifiers. That's why they are called formatted. Okay. So we'll see in depth of these things going forward. Okay. Right. So what is a general syntax. See, till now I have written unformatted IO general syntax. Okay, unformatted input general syntax is gets the std in. Okay, this is what your general syntax. What is int? Whatever the character this reads, okay, that will get written out of it. So you have to have int ch equal to get c of std in your code to read a character. So the character, whatever it reads from this fellow, your function returns it into your ch. You use ch throughout your code now. Getting right? So this is how you have to do it. Okay. In similar way, put c. Put c, whatever the character that you got it, okay, put it into what? std out. You are writing. So this function will do what? It will write this character into this. It's the functionality of it. So what it returns? It returns the character that you written successfully onto your std. The ASCII value of, not exactly the character, the integer format of your character. It returns. Okay. As coming to your formatted IO or input. Okay, formatted input. This is a unformatted input, unformatted output. Okay, formatted input is general syntaxes we are discussing. If I ask you guys, right, what is the general syntax of it? Actually, there is a type. This is not the type of your files. Here also it is not type. So how to write is int get the file star. Okay, this is a general syntax. Okay. Next int put c int comma file. Okay. So as you don't know what is a file star and all these things, you will study in during your files. So we'll discuss about these things again when you are talking about your file. Okay. But whenever somebody asks you what is a getC function, general syntax is you have to write. PutC function, general syntax. You have to write. What is it returns? Integer, whatever it successfully reads, the ASCII character, ASCII equivalent of that character. So formatted input. What is that formatted input? General syntax int scanf. Okay. Const char star dot. Okay. In your Balaguru Swami, it will be like this. Control. Okay. Argument 1, argument 2. So many arguments. Argument. Yeah. But what is the control string? I mean, I'm not sure really what is trying to talk about. See, whenever you ask you to write general syntaxes, you have to mention its data types. The data type, the data. And he is even not mentioned its written type of your function. Okay? So this is the best way of it. But what it is and all, you will understand all these things going forward because you're not yet come across char star data types. These will be related to your pointers. Pointers and all you will study in third unit. Okay. So, but you have to remember. When you remember, when I recall during the discussion of the pointers, you should be in a position to recall. Right? So what it takes actually, this const char star is talking about a constant. It is a constant and this function cannot change the argument first one. This is the first argument. So what it is a string basically. A string, it cannot update. Whatever the argument that you passing to your scanf, the scanf will not change it. It just deciphers it. It identifies what are the formats are there with it and what are the next arguments are there. So then what are the next arguments are there? It deciphers using this. So how it will looks like scanf %d %f if I write it right. So ampersand I ampersand j if I do it right. So there are two formats. So this % indicating okay the next is format specified. So if you feel it is a D, right, you're going to read a integer. This has to be integer. This percent is indicating that you have another format starting, right? So if you find a, it is a, the next argument will be a read. But if I exchange these things, what happens? You have to see that also. So as I know it is a fixed percent D, instead of the integer variable, okay, I'll keep some kind of a float variable here to read. How your scanf behaves also, you have to observe those. Okay. And that's what about reading. I mean, we have I shown you all this stuff. Apart from this, you have the concept called field width. These field widths comes with format specifier. Okay. So I'll show you, okay, how these field widths work. See, this is what actual format. This is Balaguru Swami way. Yeah, this is what field width. See, if you observe here, there is a number there, percent D, percent 2D, percent 5D was. So this percent 2 is indicating field width, 5 indicating a field width. So that shows that how many number of integers or number of digits that you are expecting inside your first arg, the second arg. This 5 is indicating how many number of these things that you are expecting as an input per line. So if I enter 50, that 50 is 502, right? So it is matching. So the 50 will go to this. The next is 5 characters. So the length of this second argument is 31426. That exactly will go to it. But if you enter reverse way, if I enter this and this, what happens? Your first percent 2D will read first two digits, 31. 30 will go into this item. Next 426 is there. 426 will go into this because you face a new line. Whenever you face new line, it will not read a white space. Okay? Whenever the white space is there, it stops reading it. It will jump to the next argument to be read by. So, but what you are expecting 31426 has to go to this, 50 has to go to this. So that's the problems with your field widths in context of formatted input. Generally, you don't use it. Okay, but as the concepts are there, you need to know all this stuff. Okay, and there is a star also is there. Star is indicating you forget about whatever you enter into. Okay, so what it will do, it will expect 1, 2, 3 inputs. The second input it will forget. 1, 2, 3. The second input, see, because it's the second format specifier, so it will not read this. Okay? It will read 123 and put into IA. It will read 789, put into I. Okay? It forgets. So the star is indicating forget about it. Okay? That's how it is. So we'll see those things with the program. Same exact values I'll enter there. Please observe those. Fifty-three, 1, 4, 2. So I got it. So if I enter reverse way, what happens? See, it is not even read your 50. So it takes this value. That's how the problem with your format widths when you use with your formatted inputs. So the percent also is there. So we'll realize this also. So what it has done, it read this first one and kept into this. The second one it forget. Okay. Third one, it is 4. Why it forgot this? Because of the star. Okay. I'm not sure what is the uses of all this stuff. I never use. As the concepts are there, really you know this. Never really requires in some real world examples you can use it. Similarly, field widths not only
Excuse
will,
me, sir.
yeah, yes, ma.
Sir, percent 5D means bandwidth
Width,
five only, no, sir.
field width is 5 only. Yeah,
And that means 5 digits only, no, sir.
5 digits only, right? 5 digits. See, when I entered
But
big
we
number,
get only 3 digits only, no, sir.
space after space, it will not read. It will forget. See how this scanf works. It works based on the new white field, what you call white spaces. Okay? If some white spaces is there, it reads only up to that. It forgets them. Okay. See what you have to understand here when you run it. 312 head. So what's happening here? The first one I mentioned 2. So it read 2 out of it and kept into it. Okay. Next, okay. What happened here? 456. It forget the rest of other things. 246 it forgot because of this percent. Okay. Next what? 456 is there. 456 after 456 you have new line. So how much? See, once it is encountered new line, it stops reading. That's how the functionality of your scanner. So maximum how many? 5 only. But I have given only 3. Okay, and you need to observe this behavior with entering more things. Right? So here 31 went into A, 25 a new line it forgot. Next is for your percent 5D, but 5 it read only 5, the rest of things it forgot. So only 5. That's how it works. Okay. And this is how you have to test it basically. Okay. So whenever you write any kind of function, you have to look for your function is working, whatever you have written is works for all kinds of things. Negative inputs, positive inputs, at the edges that you have to test it. For all real world entities, it has to work. All real world scenarios, it has to work. Otherwise, your function is half baked. I mean, it's not properly working as a. It's not a generic solution. So the testing is also too important. Meeru, general students, what the students will do? Students write, they execute once and leave. That's not the way to do it. Okay, what you have to do? All kinds of inputs that you have to take. For all kinds of input, whatever the functionality that you have written, okay, you have to test whether it is really working properly. So the people has. Okay. And here, what I'm trying to tell you, I'll write every time a new function because many of you are not understanding how to write the code. Int main you have to start with. Okay, return 0 will be there always. So these are the minimal things that you require. And for your minimal functions, right? So std io.h is the main block, okay, main function code that you start writing your code. This has to be there, exists always. That's why as a template, I'm using a test. I'm nowhere saving your programs. And going forward also, I'll not do it. Okay, I don't require all your programs. So what I'll do, I'll write all your programs into test.c only. I'll remove it and write them. Okay. So whenever you want, okay, your this code, what you have to do? I'm posting this video into CourseWeb, right? You open it and start writing it. You create some time. Okay. Right. So now we are talking about a field width. Field widths exist with your uh, formatted output functions also. What is the formatted output function that you have? Anyone? Now we have seen,
Printf.
yes, we have seen formatted input. What it is? We have seen scan. Okay. We have seen what is the general syntax, what is the behavior. When you use field widths also, we have seen this. Okay. Right. Now formatted output. Okay. What it is?
Printf.
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 So, printf function behavior we have to see in the context of field. That's the important. Okay. So combinedly these two are called, this I and this O, they combined and informed us as a formatted IO. So formatted I is this, formatted O is this. So what is the general syntax of this? Int, printf, anyone? What is the first argument type of your printf? Const, char star, dot, dot, dot. Okay. So what is this const char star? Is talking about formatted string. Okay. Or is a constant string, which is, that's why it's a constant. It is not updated by this. What is this dot 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 in your scanf and printf? It is called ellipsis. So this notation indicating that you have this printf and the scanf supports variable number of arguments. Variable number of arguments means, what do you mean with it?
So many numbers.
So many. N. So many means n. N is what is the number that you get it? Those many that supports. Okay. But I have not tested really how many it supports by so many things. Getting variable means that variable means changes. Constant means never change. So printf and scanf supports how many number of arguments?
So many.
N number of
N number of, or variable number of. Don't tell n. The variable number of arguments. Okay. See, n is only for Warangal side. So you have to study your C at the international or the national. So use proper keywords. That's why I'm telling all this. This called ellipses and all. Right? So nobody tell or emphasize all this stuff. Okay. So we'll talk about this. Printf, what kind of the formats that you use for integers, all fundamental data types. We'll see again those. See, D is for integer, I is also for integer, okay. O is for octal, U is for unsigned integer. Unsigned means there is no sign, means it all are positive values. There is no negative. Whenever there is no negative, you have to use U, percent. X for hexadecimal, character C. S, the first time that you are seeing it. S is for string. What is a string in your C? String is,
Double quote.
yes, collection of characters.
Character.
Okay, so how to do collection of characters? A character can be included in a single quote. If it is included single quote, it's proper. But if I include like this, it's wrong. Only one character at a time you can include in a single quote. So more than one character, apart from your slash n and all, right? Even though you have, it looks like two characters, but it is a single character. Okay? But 10 is not a single character. Okay? It's a two characters, so this gives a error. Okay? So how to write this? Like, if you want to, if you treat 1 and 0 as a character, so 10 is a collection of characters. The strings has to be put into a double quotes in your C line. Okay? So X, Y, Z, or anything. Okay? CSM, right? So these are all characters. So how to read these characters? You have to use %s. %s is talking about a string. What it is? String. Okay? So how to have your strings to be read from your scanf and all, will study going further. Okay, when you're talking about string array of characters. Array of characters means nothing but your okay. Array means collection of characters. Okay. So we'll talk about this afterwards. But remember that the format specifier to read your string is %. Okay. EFG is for your float. Okay. P is for void star. The pointer. We'll talk about all those things after. There is a special notation. Use the dot indicating any number of characters that you can. If you use % like this, okay, let us say % A, B, C. So what you can use, what you can do is you can read only either A or B or C using this format specifier. If I use like this A hyphen Z, you can use only a to small z only. Rest of things it ignores. Okay. That's why this is a very special. Many people don't discuss. Anyhow, it is there as a part of your C language. Okay. So how to use this is anything you can use. Any kind of capital to capital Z or 1 to 9. Like this. Next, you're seeing negation. Okay. This is called negation in formats. These are called regular expressions. What are those? Really? Regular. This fellow is indicating apart from this. Okay. Let us say I keep that of A to. Apart from small a to small z, you can enter in. That's what it is. Okay. So it takes all special characters, all characters apart from A to Z. It accepts that, this format. So you have to remember what negation is. This uh, cap kind of notation is indicating apart from that. Okay. So we'll see this first. We'll realize really how this works. Okay. The character, array of characters, so 100 I'll take it. Don't care about all this. Okay? Simple things. Okay? A is kind of a collection of characters. It's kind of int I. Now I is what? Only one value. But or let's say char is char ch. What is the ch now? Ch has the ability to hold only one character. Here A has the ability to hold 100 of these kinds of characters. Getting on. That's why. So collection of characters. Collection of characters is what?
String.
String. That's it. Okay. Collection of characters is string. So I want you to read a string basically. %. I want to do A, B, C only. To read. Make sure that really it is printed, right? Done. So I entered AAA. It is taken AAA. We'll have this. Yes. Now, what we have there? A, B, C only. What I'll do? A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B. What it has done? It has read up to this only because it doesn't know what it is. So it is escaped and read only that A, B. Okay. So if I keep a cap there, okay, we'll see what is the behavior. So what I said, negation of ABC means Apart from ABC, it reads anything. So A, B, C, D, E, F, L. ABC, as you first encounter, it found that it is not matching with it, so it's not able to read it. D, E, F, A, B, A, L, or A. So apart from A, the rest of things read it properly. Okay, that's how. I'm not sure what is the really uses. If I never come across any uses of these kind of a formats, I never seen throughout my this point. But as those are there as a part of your syllabus, right, we are discussing. Okay. Right. So we'll discuss the field widths in a today's afternoon, 2:30 on. I'm done with. I mean, we don't have a time left for us. So I'm expecting you people to come up with a few doubts, basically. Okay. After completing field widths, okay, what I'll do, I'll go to your these programs. Okay. Part 1 programs, we almost done 9 programs. Okay. We'll do the part 2 program. I'll show you how to use all this, how to program. Okay. Right. But before starting all the stuff, I need some kind of a doubts from you. And remember that your exam starts exactly 5 o'clock and will be get stopped at 5:15. Be ready to submit. If you are done ahead of your time, please do submit it and please let me know by posting your things into MTeams. MTeams, you mentioned here conversation saying that B 20 AI 001 submitted. So it comes like okay. So I need this kind of a information from you people. Okay. So all of you have to log into MTeams before you start your exam 5 minutes ahead of. Okay. So I'll start your MTeams 4:45. So everybody has to be there by 4:55. I'll post your link to your Google Forms into MTeams as well as your WhatsApp. Okay. But please don't use mobiles to write your. Please, it's my sincere request. Even not to use mobiles to watch your or listen to your class. Okay. Thank you. Let me stop your.